Texas Republicans have released their first draft of a new congressional map, redrawing district lines in an attempt to turn 5 seats from blue to red. They're focusing in on 4 Democratic-leaning major metropolitan areas. You got Austin, Dallas, Houston, and South Texas. That's where the bulk of the state's 30 million Texans live. Republicans hope this strategy will help deliver President Trump's goal of winning more GOP seats in Congress ahead of the midterm elections. But Democrats are saying, not so fast.
They are now on a major offensive, with House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries in Texas today. He's accusing Republicans of wanting to disenfranchise Black and Hispanic communities across the state and violating the Voting Rights Act by trying to redraw congressional districts. The new map is proposing to change 25 Republican representatives to 30 and reduce 13 Democrats to 8. Now, Jeffries wants to organize and push back with legislators, stakeholders, and community leaders.
I think people in Central Texas should get to pick their representatives and should have the law followed.
I think Trump has taken a hatchet to Austin and to really the entire state in order to preserve his one-man rule.
President Trump and his team have signaled that the redrawing of districts in the GOP's favor could expand to other states, like Missouri.
It's an existing conversation about is Missouri represented properly in Washington, D.C., and quite frankly, what can we do to support President Trump's agenda and Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, who's done a very good job and we think really aligns with Missouri values.
Plus, Republican Florida Governor Ron DeSantis adding there should be a new census taken, which he says would change the district mapping landscape in several states, including blue ones.
They should do it and count people that are legally allowed to be here. How many seats would California lose if you only counted lawful people, citizens? They would lose a lot of seats because they're a sanctuary state.
The governors of California, New Jersey, and New York have said they're open to redistricting if Texas and other states redraw their lines. Meanwhile, there's a hearing in Austin, Texas tomorrow to go over the new map, and there will likely be changes before a final version is approved and signed by the governor. Texas Democrats have threatened that they might stop the process by leaving the state altogether and breaking quorum. We're all watching what happens next, of course. We'll keep you posted.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.